Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. The brand new skins rotated a good couple hours ago. Again, as expected, it was an early rotation because today is the October Force Wipe. If you haven't read through the new blog, you should give it a good look because we've had some interesting changes, very interesting changes, which we'll be discussing probably at the end of this video. But what we need to do is talk about all the brand new skins. If we just quickly hop over to here, ta-da, 9 brand new skins. We have a new white collection to look forward to and some notable continuations of collections, and I was right to assume that we were going to see a Brutalist skin being accepted in today's Rust store to kind of give the building skin a bit of a boost. And, well, that's definitely quite special. So why don't we discuss which of these skins is and isn't abnormal? So let's just go through these real quickly. Yes, and here we go. So this isn't abnormal. This is abnormal, and you might notice something special about that garage door already. This is abnormal. This isn't abnormal. This isn't abnormal. This isn't abnormal. This is abnormal. This is also abnormal, and this is also abnormal. And he's screaming, ah! So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skins that are abnormal this week. Cool. Very nice, very nice. And one thing that I should address is, out of all the skins that are accepted today, again, it was another Rust store, mainly consisting of early picks. So you know how I kept bringing up, please consider watching my Rust Workshop skin checks. Well, there's 1, and then there was 2, and then there was 3, and then there was 4, and then there was 5 and 6. We had 6 early picks today. Over the past 4 Rust stores, the vast majority of skins were early picks. I don't know what's going on. I would assume maybe next week might have a few very late picks to kind of even things out. But yeah, every single week I'm doing the Rust Workshop skin checks. Please consider giving it a watch and, you know, go through all the lists that I'm producing. Very nice. And yeah, so shall we start discussing all the new skins? Well, first of all, we should just quickly point out last week. So, yep. Last week's skins, not a single one seems to have done at least 15,000 bare minimum sales. Bombshell Sheet Metal Double Door has just under 14,000 bare minimum sales. So let's just look at the likes of the abnormals. And yeah, last night when we did the abnormal Barder video, which you can see right here. Oh, no, not that, but that's another discussion. Here we go. Yep. We did all the talk of it last night. We talked about, is everything going to be all right? And evidently, yes. Yes, it was. It was very, very ridiculous. When we discussed, where is it? 10,000 buy orders. Yeah, over 10,000 buy orders last night. Where did they all go? I don't know, because like we've lost 800. Doesn't matter, because the main buy orders that we made a fuss about was the fact that this had almost 1,000 buy orders literally on $2.50. Like, you could have bought this last night. We straight up said, if you wanted to buy something, it doesn't get any better than that. And lo and behold, it's already sitting at $4. However, we should also point out that not everybody who bought this last week currently has the ability to sell this. Maybe this will go back down to about $2.50. That very likely could still happen. As we've also pointed out, it was just a good few weeks ago, Blizzard ID's Double Sheet Metal Door came out, it was available for free. So in the short term, maybe not that many people feel the need to buy this. But gradually as time goes on, when newer people appear and whatnot, maybe they'll feel the need to buy it, and gradually the price will be going up. But with the buy orders that we currently see, I just can't imagine it going below $2.50 anytime soon. So yeah, very nice, very cool. And then we'll look at the other abnormals. So Ronin Tier 2 is doing pretty good at the moment because we just saw an immediate continuation appear today. So yeah, $5 already. Whoa! But yeah, most of the buy orders basically ended like $1.30 with this last night. It didn't have that many buy orders, but it looks like some people missed out, and, well, they're very eager for the Ronin collection right now. Even the Tier 3 got bought out again today, because we saw those gloves being accepted. And as we hop over and look at the likes of these other Tier 2 pieces, yeah, buy orders are okay. They're like $1.20 each on the likes of the vest and the coffee can, but as you can see here, both of them have a buy order going up to $3 here. I don't expect this to really climb that high. We still do anticipate the potential for the likes of the hoodie and pants, so we do have that in mind. But with the gloves being accepted today, loads of people are jumping in and like trying to grab one whilst they can, because some people probably missed out because today was an early rush store. And then we have the Damaged Tiles rug, and this sold for $2.49 last week, and you've already got a buy order going over $2.50. However, when you look at the actual bulk of the buy orders, it ends at about $1. I don't imagine this is going to be sticking above $2.50, but we shall see. We'll keep an eye on all of this. So that was all the abnormal buy orders that we did last night, and of course for today we have the regular buy orders, because when the rush store rotates, the regular skins become marketable. The Blackout double barrel shotgun is sitting right there in front of you. Here are the buy orders, over 1,000 requests to buy. Get a good look at this, and it's going all the way up to about $1.50. As we talked about yesterday, that's what we were considering, and even then, someone's still jumping in trying to buy this for $3. Will this remain around this price? Probably not. But we did talk about how Blackout skins tend to get carried by the collection itself. Right now, if you were to take a look at the Blackout collection, you notice hardly any skins are below their rush store price. During the year, most of the time, they are all in the positive. And this right here, even though the vast majority of double barrel shotgun skins aren't doing very well, this very likely will be retaining its value for a long time, based on the fact that it didn't sell that much. And, well, it's a Blackout skin. Honestly, that's it. That's honestly it. And then, Moon Furnace, we were worried about this one, and, well, it's only got buy orders just barely going up to about 90-ish cents. It ends at about 80 cents mainly. We're not too surprised by that. If we do see more deplorable skins being made out of the Moon collection, maybe things might work out a little bit better. But, yeah, we shall see. And then we've got the Starry Dream AK. Buy orders only going up to just barely 90 cents. It is what it is. It's an AK. It's unfortunate. And then we have the Neanderthal Sleeping Stone. Now, considering we literally just had another deplorable skin of this collection being accepted today, well, that's interesting. But again, buy orders only went up to 90 cents. It's awkward, but maybe things might turn around for it. This is the lowest selling sleeping bag skin out of all of this year. It sold less than last week's UAP pilot sleeping bag, which at the moment, come on, there we go. Yeah, that sold even less than this. And well, this is still holding on quite all right. Doesn't really have many on the Steam market. Maybe that gets manipulated at some point down the line. Maybe. Hardly any sales does lead it to be potentially vulnerable to that. But yeah, out of all of this, it was a quiet week. Now, were some of these skins bought on private accounts? Are there a secret stash of many of these being hidden away? We'll slowly find out as time goes on. I get the feeling there's actually a lot more of these in circulation than we realise. I think someone did jump in and buy out a massive chunk of these, but we'll just have to wait and see. Because now it is time to talk about the new skins. Yes. Gentlemen, it has been just over 2 hours since the rush store rotated. This garage door right here already has 4,000 sales. 4,000 bare minimum sales. Remember, when you look at a workshop page for a skin that's been accepted, if you look at the current subscribers indicates every single person that's actually bought this. The very second you buy a skin from the rush store, you automatically become a subscriber. So at bare minimum, 4,852 people have bought this skin. That would mean at bare minimum 4,852 of these exist. And why have so many been bought in such a short amount of time? Do you not notice? So, cool. Look at that. $4, and you get probably the best looking see-through mesh garage door in the game. That's beating the Twitch drops we've had. That's beating the bombshell garage door that we've had. Now, I was suspicious. I was under the assumption that because the Brutalist building skin didn't have the best of reception when it was first leaked onto likes of Twitter and whatnot, eventually it got I don't want to say demoted, but like it was originally going to be an armored skin. People didn't like it that much, so it got turned into being a stone skin, which was okay. But I get the feeling Face Punch probably thought, I don't think people actually want this. So they thought, okay, let's accompany the release of it today with a cool looking door skin. They looked through all the doors, and I'll be honest with you, duck skin was the best. But I'm surprised to see they went with the see-through mesh one. Oh my god. Look at that. And not only is it, see-through, it also glows in the dark. So you've probably got one of the most, I hate to say the word, but the most pay-to-win garage door skin that you're ever going to see. it's not the most appealing, visually wonderful looking skin for the eyes, but, it was supposed to be paired up with Brutalist, and Brutalist isn't actually, intended to be nice and pretty. So, yeah. What do we think about that? How many sales do you reckon that's going to do? In fact, if we were to take a look at the amount of people currently playing Rust at the moment, oh wow, really? Only that amount? Surely not. Surely not. If I quickly hop over to here, look at the stats. How many people are currently playing Rust right now? Steam is probably a little bit better. Most played. 118,000. There you go. There you go. Right. So 118,000 are currently playing Rust at the moment. Maybe we'll see a little bit more as we hit the likes of the weekend. But yeah. So a lot of people have opened up the game and they have looked at that skin and they've probably realized, oh damn, that's actually really cool. I want that. Yeah, it's $4. It's a bit of a steep price. We should accept that. But what's going to happen from here and now? We have to consider how many of these are actually going to get bought, and will there ever be another skin like this anytime soon? Which, well, here we hop over to here real quick. So next week is Charitable Rust. Guess what? Charitable Rust garage door next week, glow in the dark with a see-through porthole. But when you look at this, it's only got transparency in this hole right here. Now, I am very confused why they'd bring this out now, like literally the week before Charitable Rust, because wouldn't that potentially affect sales of the Charitable Rust garage door next week? Because that garage door next week's going to probably sell for about $10 if we can remember the Rust doors from like last year, for example. So if we just remember Charitable Rust 2022, do you remember the double sheet metal door with the transparency, the two little portholes? Yep, $10, and they are not tradable and not marketable. You have to buy it right there and then, because once it's gone, it's gone. So that was $10 last year. I wouldn't be surprised if the garage door this year is $10 as well. And, all the other skins are probably going to be like $5, and, well, maybe something else to be $10. Either way, we're back over to here. So, yeah, already a massive chunk of people buying this. I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more over the weekend. What do you think, chat? You think less than 20k, Mr. Metatron. That guy thinks 28k. But we should also kind of make a bit of a difference between what SCMM sees and what actually is bought. Because like I've said earlier, there's a lot of people who have private accounts that will buy tons of these and keep them hidden away, keep them out of sight. So I am under the impression that we probably will be having at least 30,000 of these being bought, even though we're currently going through the bad times, even though that we have like less players compared to the likes of the summer. Oh, there you go, now it's updated. Yes, there's still a fairly decent amount of people playing the game, and there's still a whole bunch of people aware of like the pay-to-win skins and whatnot. So it's going to be very awkward, but at the very least, it's abnormal. We don't need to rush into buying it. We at least have that. And that's going to probably help us out. Now, the best thing we can compare this to is the Bombshell garage door. And right now, if we were to quickly, what do I do? Bombshell garage door, please. Give it to me. Because earlier this year, this garage door, it's... Why are you so complicated, SCMM? I only ask for you to work for me nicely, but you just have to play me around. So earlier this year, this skin was only selling for like $1.50. It wasn't actually doing well at the very beginning of this year, but I could sense something was probably going to happen with it because it's pay to win. Now, how much did it sell? That's the thing that we should quickly do. So why don't I just go through the garage doors and look at it this way? I'm an idiot. Anyway, so last year, this only sold 22,000 apparently. Only 22,000 of these apparently exist. But if we just quickly hop into here, this is now selling for $4. Earlier this year, it did sell for a much higher price. And let me just show you its history, because you might notice this has gone up in like stages. So initially it came out, and 22,000 really wasn't that much. But even then, for some strange reason, people just kept unloading all of their stock on the Steam market, and it got really, really cheap. So yeah, it did rise up very nicely for post-Christmas, but still nothing to really gawk at. It took until around March time for someone to make a TikTok video about it, to which everybody suddenly thought, oh yeah, let's buy it. It like doubled in price, and then another TikTok video was made, doubled in price. So this was selling for about $8 just a good few months back. But, post-Christmas, autumn, fall, seasonal dip, It's gone back down, but again, in the long term, post-Christmas will come back, and I expect it to rise back up all over again. But the situation is, this now has a direct competitor. If this is now selling for $4, would people rather just go ahead and buy the Brutalist skin? Like, why not just sell your Bombshell Garage Door right now, and then go buy this Brutalist Garage Door instead? That very likely could be a situation where the Bombshell probably gets a whole lot cheaper, and this goes, this is a whole lot better. Which one do you prefer? So, load into the game and show us if the garage door cutout's any good. I can't do that right now, unfortunately. I can't do it right now. But yeah, looking at this, you can remember that this does have a bit of a wider range with its transparency. So you could see a little bit more to the left compared to when you look at this one. Yep. So it's debatable. But at the end of the day, you have options. I'll be honest with you, I get the feeling this might be a little bit better. At least it's also part of a collection and whatnot, depending if you even like the Bombshell collection, So, yeah. With that, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, really. Like I said, I don't rush into buying these skins. You might like both. That's also a very nice thing, but it's the amount of sales that this has that's going to really dictate how far this potentially could go and how easily it could potentially rise up in price. Congratulations, Duck. It's been a while since your last acceptance, but this was a very nice looking door, and I think a lot of people will definitely be appreciating this. So I think Brutalist building skin's probably going to get a few more sales now. So yeah, it's cool. It probably won't have too many ridiculous amount of sales because, $4. But even then, if people feel very, very, very confident, they're still going to buy it. Yeah, I mean, Meta, you can have your opinion. That's fine. But, whilst both of these garage doors are around the same price, one will fall and one will rise back up in price. But which one will be the victor? We shall see. Right. So I don't want to fuss about this too much. We'll wait until Wednesday, look at the amount of sales it's had, and we'll worry about what prices we might want to offer for it and whatnot. And at the very least, tomorrow, I will point out the first 24 hours of sales on my Twitter. So if you want to be alert about my Twitter, if you look in the description of this video right now, you will see links to my Twitter. Every Friday, I announce the first 24 hours of sales, and you can basically compare to skins to the previous weeks and whatnot, and then I talk about that in my 48-hour analysis and whatnot. So yeah, cool. Let's not fuss about that for too much. Let's go ahead and talk about the Thundergold Tier 3 set, which looks ever so nice. Let's go take a look at you. So Thundergold, because immediately you might be thinking, wow, maybe this is a budget whiteout set, but we kind of really do need to talk about that, all right? So you might be looking at this and thinking, well, nice and shiny gold trim with some white coloration, very nice, and very lovely pictures, very cool looking GIF here. Thunder, na 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 na. Sorry. Okay, so very nice, very cool. But we have to consider what comes next. It's the beginning of a brand new collection. By default, we will be anticipating now Tier 2 armor and hoodie and pants. That's cool, that's nice. But we also want to just quickly point out, some of you are probably thinking, right, so is this the budget version of Whiteout? Have you seen Whiteout Tier 3 armor? Let's go check on the prices that they're currently selling for. So when you look at all of the skins that came out this year in terms of Tier 3 armor, this is the only white one. You look at last year, no white one here either. You look at the year before that, yes, Whiteout chest plate, but it's only selling for $3. Whiteout collection tier 3 isn't that expensive. So, what we currently have here with Thundergold is a little bit cheaper, but then I'll point out, well, we also have the likes of No Mercy. You could buy Test Dummy chest plate right there. You could buy Doodle collection right there. There are other white collection armor skins out there that are cheaper. So you can't really sit here and say, oh, this is the budget whiteout collection. No, you can't say that. And then we'll look at all of the other face mask skins, for example. So no white other. Well, I mean, you could say no. It's painted on, don't count. Anyway, so scroll down. The face mask is $7. So, okay, maybe that's a little bit ridiculous, but then you got like Test Dummy here, which is mostly white. Maybe you don't like the design of that, fair enough. Maybe Doodle Metal Face Mask, which is cheaper, but it does kind of have some black coloration, so maybe that's not good enough. Do you like to moo? You could pretend to be a snowman. Horror Face Mask. Glory Face Mask, well, that's $4. Well, there you go. Maybe maybe the face mask actually might do better. I like to use it with my punishment mask. Anyway. So, yeah, maybe this face mask actually might be doing a whole lot better compared to the chest plate. We shall see. But like I said, by default, we are also now anticipating the arrival of hoping, maybe we'll see the likes of Hoodie and Pants or Tier 2. We shall see. But we can't expect it anytime soon. Next week is Charitable Rust. The week after that, Halloween. The week after that, Halloween week 2. We're not going to see any notable continuations for a while until maybe November time. So you have to keep that into consideration, all right? So if you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators. But you have to be aware that there's other people out there that are very impatient. And if they don't instantly see new skins being accepted, they give up instantly and unload all their stock on the Steam market and run away. You know what? We should probably go take a look at the Redemption Tier 3. How are you holding up, buddy? Well, it's all right. It's all right. I could still see Redemption Tier 2 appearing next week with Charitable Rust skins. I wouldn't be surprised by that. We don't have any Charitable Rust armor, so maybe that might work out all right for that. With what we see here, it's already got 3,500 bare minimum sales plus, so it's looking pretty good. I reckon this actually might do 20,000 plus sales. $2.49 seems about right. I've got no reason to complain. And if you can't afford the likes of the Whiteout collection, maybe you could afford the likes of this potential new Thundergold collection. So, how much is all of the Whiteout? $5, $3, $7, $3, $10. And then these two. Okay, these are a bit expensive. Wow. But yeah, we shall see. There's a whole lot more of this in circulation compared to the likes of this as of now. But yeah, cool. So that right there, abnormal. Don't need to rush into buying it. But like I said, if you like it, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. But if you want to look at this financial perspective, I'm going to wait until Wednesday, look at it, wait until I do my abnormal borders, look at the support afterwards, then make a decision. But based on what I'm seeing here, people do like it. People seem to be happy with it and are buying it. So, cool. Chameleon SAR, let's talk about you. So this is the first Chameleon skin to be made that wasn't a version 2, well, technically the Thompson, but basically the initial batch of Chameleon weapon skins were made in 2022. Thompson was accepted fairly recently as a random pick for what we consider was a most wanted Rust store. So that came out, and then this was a version 2, this was a version 2, this was a version 2. The LR300 wasn't accepted. Unlucky. But the SAR was made somewhat recently, and, well, it's accepted. So from here and now, we very likely will be seeing a full-fledged Chameleon weapon collection being made. And I won't be surprised if we see the likes of Mr. Emilio Frito making deplorables, making clothing and armor. I expect this to be a wonderful, perfect counterpart to the likes of the Tempered collection, which, of course, Milho also made, which we can quickly prove that to you right now. He's been around for many years, making tons of skins, and you probably know many of them, like Frog Cosplay and whatnot. Yep. So, over the years, he was producing his Tempered collection, and it all started all the way back in 2016. It's cool, isn't it? So, yeah, I think that's got a pretty decent future ahead of it. If you were to look at all of the weapon skins so far, only down by 9%, only down by 8%. MP5, maybe that changes because we got a notable change to the MP5s today. We'll discuss that in a bit. This very likely could be weapon rack bait. Nice and shiny, and I get to stand in front of it whilst I flex. How could I say no? So, right now, it's looking good. And we could probably just point this out real quickly, scroll down. We have some data to look at, and apparently, well, mainly based on the likes of official face punch servers, the SAR is actually the most used weapon, apparently. Now, maybe loads of people miss with their AKs. Let's not rule out the possibility of that. But, yeah, SAR right now is definitely highly used, and therefore, a very nice skin to come out for it. Probably will be getting a decent amount of sales, probably will have a nice future ahead of it, and with it being a Chameleon skin, I could see it doing pretty comfortably. Will this potentially go below its rest or price? We're still in October, so I wouldn't be surprised if it suffers for a little bit, but post-Christmas is drawing ever so closer. I'm feeling confident that's going to have a pretty good future ahead of it. Let's go take a look at it in-game, get a good look at the GIF, ever so nice and shiny, but what we need to do is look at the aim sight, aim down the sight. What do we see? Mostly purple and green, but it's purple here and a greenish tip tinge here. So that should be good for pretty much every single environment. That should be totally fine. So things are looking all right for that. Let's see what happens next. It's abnormal. I'd rather do the abnormal bars first. You get the idea, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, cool. So let's move on. Then we have the likes of the Arctic Skull SMG. We don't see many custom SMG skins being accepted, do we? In fact, we've only had 4 this year. And even the likes of the Redemption SMG went down by 32%. Now, even the custom SMGs had a bit of a buff today, so we should just kind of point that out. I don't think it's an insanely massive buff. It got stronger, but slightly. I don't think it's going to change that much. I think this is unfortunately going to end up getting fairly cheap. If the Redemption SMG went down by 32%, I worry how bad this might be. However, we should also point out only 60 of these are on the Steam market, apparently. Only 60? Let's just quickly confirm that. Nope, there's even less. So, is it just a few stragglers? Nope, it's a guy selling 15. Why? Alright. Well, this is the worst time for Rust skins, and if this is at its worst, I wonder what it's going to look like when it's at its best. We shall see, but looking at that, it's probably going to become like a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order, unfortunately, but it's mainly down to the gun itself. If the gun demand isn't there, there's no justification to use skins on it, and well, yeah, awkward. Very, very, very awkward. So, Arctic Skull SMG, it's nice to see the Arctic Skull collection continue, but Mr. Alloy, Mr. Hook, Bone Skull, Arctic Skull with like a poncho or something. Come on now, it's winter. Try it out. Let's see if that works out. Consider it. Go for primitive skins. Right, let's move on. UAP Pilot Satchel. The UAP Pilot Collection is a very weird one, because you might sit here and say, oh, it doesn't look good. Well, here's the thing. Low quantity on the Steam market, low quantity on the Steam market, low quantity on the Steam market. Let's go take a look at all of these skins real quick, because yes, this only has 42 on the Steam market. On average, every Rust skin should have around 100. Why does this have so little? I don't know. Maybe hardly any sales. Maybe hardly any of these in circulation. Well, what I am also noticing is we keep seeing more and more of these being made and more of these being accepted. So do you kind of get the feeling that maybe things might just magically turn around for this and it become a little bit more expensive? I can't rule out the possibility. So yeah, let's just go take a look at all of these other skins, because yeah, 27. Now, yeah, maybe people don't have that much demand for it. Okay, we can accept that. I'm not going to say no. But I should also point out, like, he's really gawking out his mind. He's super chill. And then we look at this one and he's like screaming his head off, like, ah! He's the one who had the bad trip. So anyway, looking at the likes of all of these, if we do keep seeing more deplorable skins, I can imagine things probably turning out quite alright for the likes of this, especially with post-Christmas. But this satchel charge... No, not you, go away. I'm not talking about you now, I'm talking about the satchel charge. This satchel charge is not a deplorable, is it? And we also need to talk about satchel charges, because you throw them on a door, and then they explode, and then they're gone. But why would I want to skin that? Why would I want to skin that? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Why would you want to skin something that's going to explode and disappears? We had this discussion not too long ago. We had the Rainbow Pony satchel charge. Go look at that right now. Down 28%. Not looking good. Look at all of the satchel charge skins that have come out somewhat recently, and you'll see pretty much every single one of them is in a negative, except the old ones, which sold hardly any of them. So these are like rarer vintage skins. These, So I just want to put that in your head. Why would you want to skin something that explodes and then it vanishes? What's the point? You'd rather just probably go use it without a skin, because it's just going to disappear, isn't it? So it's the awkwardness of that. And, well, doesn't sound like an appealing investment, does it? No. I'm probably just going to do like 50 cents in that. Wouldn't be surprised if I pick up a whole bunch of them either. It's unfortunate, but that is the case. Like, I can see hardly any people like them, it seems. Even the one from hell, it's half price. So this $2 skin right here, goofy, silly, glows in the dark, but no, I just don't think it's going to be a good investment. Remember, I'm looking at this with a financial perspective. I could pick that up for half the price, and I feel very confident that I could do that. Like, I wouldn't even sweat it. So, yeah, that's basically it. Hedge trying to create fear of missing out. What skin? He's just scared he's going to explode. Anyway, this right here, I don't have confidence in as an investment, and I basically proved that very easily. So, yeah. This, however, is different. Yes. We have an instant continuation of the Ronin collection, and with this appearing today, it instantly caused people to jump in and buy these out. Now, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is what the front page of the Rust Steam market looked like earlier. Hardly any quantity on the Steam market. So, if I were to refresh now, is it still there? No, because it's been like almost 3 hours now since the Rust store rotated. But yeah, people did jump back in and buy out some more tier 3 armor. So if we quickly hop over to the likes of here, so this got a bit of a nice instant boost with the likes of this appearing. Now we need to consider what's going to happen next. We're probably not going to see the hoodie and pants being submitted until maybe November. Okay, as I've already said, next week, Charitable Rust. Week after that, Halloween week 1. Week after that, Halloween week 2. And then it's November. So please keep that in mind. Will we see this potentially get the final core piece? Will this be a complete collection? I hope so. Maybe a Bad Trip just submits like boots this next weekend or something like that. That could happen. I wouldn't rule out the possibility. But yeah, we got ourselves a lovely, nice, cool-looking red Roadsign gloves. And we do have some Roadsign gloves with a bit of red and whatnot, but nothing that's like nice and flat red like this. So I could see this by default having a pretty good future ahead of it, but we should also now consider what's going to happen next to this. So like I said, we're still anticipating another core piece. I should also point out all of these skins. So when did this come out? The 14th of September. I just need to quickly confirm something. Was this an early pick? And the answer is yes. Okay, cool. Every single Ronin skin that I've seen has been an early pick. Every single one has been an early pick. So maybe if we do see something appear this weekend, it does get accepted for the next Rust store. Who knows? But just a bit of a trend I wanted to point out. Let's see what happens next. A new core piece would boost the likes of this. But the main thing that we need to be concerned about is how many of these will sell. Will it match up to the likes of tier 2? Or will it match up with the likes of the tier 3 armor? We shall see. And then if the hoodie and pants come out, how much does the hoodie and pants sell in comparison to the gloves? And then we should also point out Roadsign glove skins. If they're part of an established collection, how likely will they retain their value? Well, unfortunately, the training Roadsign gloves aren't actually doing very well. That's awkward, but is it just a straggler? Let's just quickly confirm. The answer is no, it's just down. Damn. We do have other black Roadsign glove skin options, so I should point that out. But, maybe it's just an awkward beginning. It came out during the bad times. Maybe things might perfectly improve as time goes on. We shall see. But if you're a little bit worried about this, maybe it's just a situation where you'd rather stick with doing a buy order. I can see this in the long term doing all right. Plus, we also have the hoodie and pants on the horizon. So I'm somewhat confident in this. But maybe it's a matter of, I'm just going to stick with doing a buy order. I'll be happy with that. Okay? So, right now, it's had 1,800... well, actually, no, if we just quickly confirm this. Scroll down. Yes, just about almost 1,800 bare minimum sales. But it's only been about a good few hours. What's this going to look like after 24 hours of sales, 48 hours of sales? And how many is this going to end up with by the end of next week? Well, I mean, next Thursday. We shall see. It looks somewhat okay, and I do kind of get the feeling Ronin is actually going to be a complete collection at the end of the year, so let's see what happens next. Sounds good? Let's move on. Concentric MP5. So we got an MP5 skin being accepted today, probably due to certain reasons, which we'll be explaining maybe right now. Let's go talk about it right now. Okay, so, chat, YouTube, you need to keep an eye on MP5s. We have received a buff today. Let's now hop back over to here. Well, actually, first of all, I should just point out, based on the data that we see here, MP5, before the buff, was the 5th most used weapon in the official servers. That's a cool little thing to just quickly talk about, because things might change now. Things might change for the better for the MP5s. What we are aware of is that the MP5 has received a damage boost. It has better accuracy when you shoot it, when you burst it. So, manual bursting, by the way. So, we potentially might see the MP5 that we used to have like 2 years ago. Do you remember when we had the recall update in June of 2022 and it messed it up and people didn't like using it anymore, and the gun demand went down, and therefore the demand for using skins went down, and therefore all the MP5 prices basically died? Awkward. Yeah. Well, now we've got a buff that's just come out, and potentially things could be returning to normal, where the MP5 was constantly neck and neck with the likes of the Thompson for the second and third most used weapon in the game. What do you reckon might happen to all of these skins? Now, last night, when we first kind of knew about the impending buff coming out today, because it's October 4 swipe, the Redemption MP5 shot back up in price. The Blackout MP5 shot back up in price. They've actually been on the front page pretty frequently over the past, 24 hours. There you go. There's the Blackout. Okay, I just lost him. Come back to me. Come back. Here he is. So if you could look at the sales of this over the past few days, it doesn't look like that much when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, but this already looks like it's reached its lowest point. From here and now, this very likely will just keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up in price. Look at this old barder. Wishful thinking, Hedge. But anyway, this right here probably will be doing very nicely. It's one of the best MP5s based on its aim sight. But now we do need to talk about the Concentric MP5, because this isn't like the Redemption and the Blackout MP5. That's not a very fluid gift there. So what do we see when we aim down the sight? The regular type of MP5 iron sight. So I am not super confident in this one, I'm afraid. But I just wanted to point out, MP5's got their buff. Things could potentially improve. A lot of the older MP5s that used to be fairly pricey might be a fair bit pricier again. But this right here, Concentric Collection, a fair bit questionable, because I know that not that many people are super enthusiastic about it. Just being realistic. I don't imagine this is going to be doing super great. Maybe this is still a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. What we need to do is keep an eye on all of the MP5s this week and see if we notice any noticeable trends of skins being bought out. Maybe the Chameleon MP5 also gets bought out. Last night I did see the likes of the Comics MP5 getting bought out. This was like $1.20 yesterday, now it's up to $1.50. Could it go even higher? We shall see. Maybe it's going to take a while for people to realise MP5s are better now. Maybe MP5s aren't that actually any better. Maybe they just do more damage but are still not used as much. That's what we have to question about. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the sales. I'm going to keep an eye on everybody's opinions, whether it's on Twitter or, Twitch and whatnot. We shall see. But let's just see how things turn out. Maybe for the better. I've already prepared a video talking about all of this, tracking how a buff could potentially change skins, based on maybe they'll all magically increase in price, people investing, anticipating that if the MP5 is back to the way it was, all the prices will shoot up, loads of profits will be made. So I am keeping track of all of it. So let's just see how this turns out, but I'm not rushing to buying it right now. That's my answer. And then we have a Furnace skin. A continuation of the Sleeping Stone, literally from the previous week. Very nice. But it's a Furnace skin. I am instantly hesitant. Mainly due to the fact that during the year, Furnaces, they do not hold up very well. But when I look at this skin, it's pretty cool. I'm not going to be hating on that. I'd see nothing wrong with the skin. It's just a matter of, will people still want to buy it, use it, and enjoy it? That's where I question things. Because, unfortunately, when you look at all the Furnace skins that have come out this year, what do you see? Yeah. Only this is doing good at the moment. This only literally just became marketable. Leave it for a week, see what happens. I don't imagine it would be selling for $9. But yeah, all Furnace skins don't really hold up their value. It's awkward, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, around post-Christmas time, could things magically improve and everything work out very nicely? That could happen. That could happen. But I don't imagine this is going to be doing any time... I don't imagine this is going to be doing good in the short term. If we do keep seeing more Neanderthal deplorables being accepted, maybe things might turn around and change. But this might end up not selling as much. This might only sell as much as the Sleeping Stone. Maybe this actually does quite alright because these don't sell that much. Maybe this does turn into a deplorable collection and then these become a whole lot more valuable because there's only so many of these in circulation. Do you want to pretend to be a caveman? Do you? I am primitive man. I am primitive man. Cool. So, yeah. With all that said and done, there's not much else to really scream and shout about, to be honest. We could now probably start talking about what are the new Twitch drops. So let's start talking about Charitable Rust. So let me just kind of get my bearings here. So, next week's Rust store is Charitable Rust. We know what the Rust store skins are going to be. The AK, the MP5, this hoodie here, and this garage door. And we could probably take a quick look at the garage door once again. So, hello. Glows in the dark. And it has a see-through mesh right there. Little see-through porthole. This very likely will be selling for $10, based on the double sheet metal door that we had last year. I should also point out, we don't fully know what Rust door we're going to have next week, in terms of what's it going to look like. So you know how earlier I showed you the Charitable Rust store for 2022? Well, if I show you the 2021 one, you can see where I'm a little bit concerned. So this was the Charitable Rust store for 2022. We had 4 Charitable Rust skins selling at quite high prices, but it was all in the name for charity. All proceeds went to charity, to that charity. And then we also had like a normal Rust store with it. So if it's like that, cool. Let's see if that turns out all right. But all the Charitable Rust skins are not tradable and not marketable, okay? So you have to buy it whilst it's available, because once it's gone, it's gone. But what we could also potentially see is a Rust store like 2021, where you only have the Charitable Rust skins. Maybe that happens. We shall see. So I don't know what it's going to be. Be prepared if something like this happens. But I think loads of people are very upset that we didn't get skins with these normal like skins. So I guess they're trying to avoid doing that. We'll have to find out next week. And like I have already said, these skins here, so the AK, this hoodie, and this garage door, these are your skins that are going to be sold for like probably $5 this one. And then this is going to probably be $5. But the pants, we'll talk about that in a second, because it looks like they're going to be a Twitch drop. Then you got the likes of the MP5 here. We can confirm this MP5 is basically the exact same aim sight as Redemption and Blackout. So this is very likely going to sell for $5. Again, all proceeds go to Charity Water, so it's all for a good cause, and you get a very useful MP5. And then this glow-in-the-dark see-through mesh garage door probably will be selling for $10. I should point out there is actually a video right here on Rustified's YouTube channel right here. So all the skins are showcased to you right here. You can see what's in the item store. You can see what are the Twitch drops and whatnot. Please consider going to Rustified's YouTube channel, and you can see all the videos. You can see the videos showcasing all the skins and blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So what we can now do is show off all the Twitch drops, because we were well aware of all the candidates for what could have been a Twitch drop. 54 54 submissions were made by skin creators. Loads of interesting options, but we know which ones are the winners, and we're going to show that to you right now. So, the small box right here, the Charitable Water box, is a winner. This was made by Diaz. Congratulations, but watch out, because he actually got 2 skins accepted. It seems we also have a locker right here, which also will be a Twitch drop. It comes in either hot or cold, no cream. So. And then we also have the likes of this very interesting double wooden door. We haven't had a double wooden door skin all of this year, have we? Well, guess what? This has glow in the dark, and it also has transparency. These little portholes here, transparent, as you can see right there. Congratulations, Morphus and Micro. You were waiting for that. A lot of effort went into this. I've seen it. So, cool looking door, and it's for free. That's going to be another Twitch drop. And then we have this Charitable Rust large box. Do you want to have some pet fish? Do you need to feed the fish? We'll keep opening the box and chuck more stuff into it. So yep, this is going to be a Twitch drop made by Duck. Congratulations, Duck. And then we have the pants. So this was actually commissioned by Jessin, it seems. So the hoodie will be in the Rust store at $5, but you're going to get the pants for free. And that's going to entice you to buy the hoodie. So what actually happened was, the AK that you saw earlier was actually intended to be a Twitch drop. It was in the contest. So what appears to have happened is they realised, well, hang on a minute. Why don't we give away one of the clothing pieces as a Twitch drop? And then maybe we just sell the hoodie for like $5 and then, $2.50 each. Cool flowery design. And then so upon realizing that, they probably thought, okay, then we're going to have to pick out a skin from the contest and put that in the Rust store instead. And Ghost, congratulations, your first ever skin to be accepted. You're not getting paid. But that's going to be our 200th Rust That's going to be our 200th AK-47 accepted to Rust, I believe. It's questionable if that's adding all of the Twitch drop ones and whatnot. Either way, in a Rust store, that will be the 200th one. So congratulations, Ghost. That's your first ever skin to be accepted into Rust. You were very happy about it last week when we figured out everything that was going on. So with that, we now understand what will be the Twitch drops, and we will also know what will be the skins in the Rust store. So cool. Whew. That was taking a lot of air out of me. Now, you should also be aware of Halloween. Halloween contest entries are still coming on in at the moment. We're at 16. Keep an eye on this collection. Set up by TGG. If you want to be able to find it, just go to the main Rust Workshop page, hover over Browse, click Collections, and then if you just scroll down a fair bit, you'll find it. Where is he? There he is. Halloween contest entries. Yep, they're all there. And I do believe I just noticed a new submission for a Halloween. Yep, right here. Look at this. Look at that. Is this Rustober? Yep, this is another skin. So, congratulations, Ted. I just happened to have caught you. So, looks like he's got a cool looking, useful red aim sight, skull, AK-47. Maybe that gets accepted. We shall see. But I just happened to have noticed it. Oh wow, Mnemonic Man. Oh god. Yep, this is going to be the Rust store. We're going to see some extra goofy looking skins. Oh yes. So potentially. We don't know who's going to be a winner until we see the Rust store. So, cool. All right, then. So, chat, is there any questions that you might want to have asked? Really thought the water purifier would have made it in. Yeah, I thought that too. Like, it was a suggestion for a skin. And we saw 4 very decent-looking water purifiers, but, like, none of them were actually winners. Now, we didn't even get a hammer. I thought the hammer was going to be a surefire skin to be accepted. None of the Thompsons. I thought the Thompsons were okay. We don't actually have that many weapons. We only got 1. It is odd. But yeah, I'm also surprised we didn't get any of the fridges, especially the one with all the water bottles in it. I thought that was a good thing, but that didn't work out. So yeah, oh well, loads of people tried their best, but only a few were going to be winners. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's all for charity. It's all for a good cause, so don't get upset too much. And yeah, cool. I don't know what else to say in regards to that. What I can point out is you should constantly keep an eye on the commits. We do know we got some Halloween stuff coming in. We know there's a Dracula cape and a vampire stake. So I don't know if we're going to have some like vampire enemies in the game or people get to turn into vampires. Don't fully know, but yes, we are also aware of a base decor DLC. We're going to have hunting trophies. If only. Oh, look, here you go. Halloween. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. All right. So enabled Halloween event, scarecrow population, collectibles, Halloween theme, bone collectibles, ambience, candy vision. Yep. Portals are returning. So yeah, stake skin, Dracula cape. It's all coming in. But will this mean that if that's an item that you have to pay for, does that mean we won't see the return of the hockey mask from last year? Does that mean every single year we're going to get a special staple Halloween type of costume being added as an item every single year from here on now? That is going to be interesting because there's not many of those hockey masks that were bought last year, and maybe that's a rare skin now. Cool. So you've got to constantly keep an eye on the commits because there's constantly new interesting details that are being mentioned. And if you want to be one of the... Oh, no, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. Face punch specifically. Look at the face punch one specifically. If you accidentally click the wrong thing, you're going to be looking at sandbox stuff as well. Right, okay, cool. So yeah, just keep an eye on all of this. We got a Decor DLC being produced, which is going to have like minecart planters, so you can grow like stuff in minecarts apparently, hunting trophies, a microwave apparently. Don't know all the details yet, but yeah, we know because we've read all the details from here. And that's basically it. So we've explained everything. We've screamed and shouted. Is next week's Rust Store going to have some older picks? Like with all the skins from the past 4 weeks, we've had tons of early picks. If I just take a look here, early pick, 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 early pick. Yeah, tons. All 4 of these weeks, most of the skins were early picks. This is why I made such a fuss about watching the Rust Workshop skin checks. Cool. I believe we're done now. keep an eye on the sales, see how things turn out. It's been about 3 hours now, 5,500 bare minimum sales for this garage door. I think that's easily doing over 30,000 sales. So if you think it's so strong with its pay-to-win see-through mesh and glow-in-the-dark, well, maybe it's a good thing to consider investing into. But the smartest option is buy orders first, and then we look at the support afterwards, and then, yeah, cool. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed yourself, and, yeah, that's basically it. So, catch you all later. See you and goodbye.